video the other day because I've been thinking about that a lot on that. But it kind of goes back to what you're saying. In the day you have a relationship with somebody that's all the time getting offended by you, what it means is that they're trusting you with their life instead of God.
Ooh.
It means they're looking to you for life instead of God.
Wow.
They made you their God. And so they're all the time looking at everything you say and everything you do and how you do it and why you do it and when you do it and if you'll do it and all those different kinds of things. And so if you're looking, I guarantee you, if you're looking at anybody like that, you're going to be offended.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, you're going to be offended if you're looking at any person to give you life, because they're never going to be able to give you life, and all the times they fail to give you peace or to give you joy or to give you rest or to give you love, you're going to feel like they don't love you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I love what you said there. It will mess people up because they'll try and think about what you said with the carnal mind, right? About how the Bible doesn't say to trust people with your life.
No.
The Bible says to trust God.
Yeah.
Well, we're all the time trusting people with things that we should only be trusting God with. We're all the time looking for people to carry the burden of our lives instead of looking to God.
Mm-hmm.
And when we look to people to carry the burden of our lives, meaning they're carrying the burden of our happiness, of our joy, of our peace, of our rest, listen, man, we're going to become offended all the time because they're never going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
That's right.
And if we're looking to them to do something they can't do, we're going to be upset every time they fail. But the thing is, they're not supposed to be able to do that.
Right.
You got them into the place where it's like another person has become your God, right? If you're busy thinking another person is responsible for your happiness, you made them your God.
Yeah.
You're worshiping them.
Right.
I just want to say it the way that it is.
Yeah.
We don't want to hear that, especially in our society about how we've perverted marriage and relationships. It's like you complete me. We think that sounds so freaking awesome. We get all teary-eyed. Jerry Maguire, you complete me. Listen, man, there ain't another human being that can complete you.
Yes.
And in the day you're looking to be completed by another human being or anybody, anything in the earth, you're going to be offended with them all the time because they're not supposed to be able to complete you. And that's you looking to them for life.
Right.
It's like looking to them to be able to bring you out of the grave.
Yeah.
You're putting
Right,
a
so-
burden on them that they were never
Yeah.
intended to carry.
Right? Listen, if you're not happy, it's got something to do with what's inside of you. It ain't got something to do with another person. It ain't got nothing to do with anything around you.
Yeah.
Jesus said the kingdom of God is at hand and it's within. What does that mean? Peace, love, and joy, and kindness, and long-suffering, and patience, and meekness. All those things are found within your heart. They're not found without. What
Yeah.
that means is you can't attain to those things by the stuff around you.
Sure.
By people, relationships, what you can accomplish, what you can do, what you can get, your degrees, your job, your house, your money. None of those things can give you any bit of peace or love or joy, right? And so it was awesome what you said there. And I could go on and on and on and on about that. And so many people, the reason why they struggle in their relationships is because they are trusting the people in their lives with their life.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that,
Yeah,
right?
right.
You could believe the best about them and the best about their heart towards you,
Sure.
but that's different than trusting them with your life. You see, I don't even trust my wife with my life. And people are like, what? How can that be? What that means is I don't put the burden of my life on my wife.
Right.
Yeah.
Marriage is not supposed to be about two people coming together and finding satisfaction in one another. It's about two people who have found satisfaction already in God, and then they come together to enjoy life together.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, that makes for a much easier time, because when one of you falls off the horse and has a bad week, you're not busy blaming the other one because you were never looking to them as the source of your happiness.
Right.
You were just looking to them as somebody walking through life with you. But if we come together with the idea that you complete me, well, who do you think you're upset with the moment you don't feel complete?
Boom.
Them. Whose fault is it? Theirs. You see? What that demonstrates is you got yourself a little idol.
Yeah.
You've made that person into your God now.
Right. And
Right?
now their life is as miserable as yours.
Well, yeah. Can you imagine what it would be like trying to be God? Do you know what I'm saying? Listen, I can't even be God over my own life, much less somebody else's life.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, and the thing about it is most people, if they're in a love relationship, the one party won't know they're doing it, and the other party won't know what's going on either. They'll actually try to do it.
Yeah. Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Like they'll take the burden. I love them so much, I want them to be happy. And so they'll take the burden on themselves, and they'll try real hard for a while.
Yeah.
And they'll put up a good effort for a while. And then when it breaks down and the other person's still not happy, they don't just give up, but they end up hating the other one.
Yeah.
Because they think they're the ones that have done this to me. They're never happy. They're never. Do you see?
Yeah.
And it's just the serpent's way of destroying marriage.
Yes.
It's not that we're going to come together and find satisfaction in each other. It's that we're going to find satisfaction in God, and then after having found fullness from God, two people can come together and enjoy life.
Right.
Right? Now we can actually help each other.
That sounds so much better.
Well, in the day Becky doesn't feel fullness, she's not busy looking to me for life, so she's not blaming me for the lack she feels. So
Right.
then, instead of accusing me, she can just come to me and say, Greg, I'm hurting. Blah, blah. And now I can just hear what she says instead of taking it as, this woman's attacking me.
Right.
Ladies, that's what the man hears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the man hears, that you're attacking them.
Or we think
They're not good
we
enough.
gotta fix this now.
We got to fix it.
Yeah, and
Right?
it's like, I can't fix it. I got too many things to fix already. And yeah, next thing you know, you're on that slippery slope of trying to fix something, and that ain't your place.
Yeah, but when you have the understanding that you're not responsible for their happiness, now you can come alongside and point them to Jesus.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And that makes so much more sense.
And that's all we were supposed to
Yeah.
do. Adam had Eve, Eve had Adam. The point was to remind them that they find life in God, not in
Right.
each other.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So if one of them starts having a hard go of it, the other one will remind them of God, and vice versa. And that's the best thing you could do in a marriage. That's the only way you can actually help each other. Any relationship, friendship,
Yeah.
is by pointing
Yeah.
each other to God as
Right.
the source of their happiness.
Right.
Right? It's almost like, well, let me just go ahead and break it to you right now. I can't fulfill you.
That's right.
But you know what? But as you're